What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be reacting to a 20-year-old kills entire family after dad said get a job or move out. His name is Alexander Jackson. So this sounds crazy. Like I never seen this before at all. Never even heard of something like this. But there is like wild people out there, bro. Like this sounds like something off a movie, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we finna see what's up with this, man. Make sure y'all comment below what y'all think of this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Um, somebody's out there. Yeah, hit the like button and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Got more videos coming. I'll be uploading on the daily. And yeah, let's get into it.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090J, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on a man that's been accused of executing his father, mother, and sister over the fact that his father told him prior to this deadly shooting he had to either get a job or move out. June 15th, 2021. Cedar Rapids police were called at 8:23.
This just happened, yo. Damn. This literally just happened.
Morning by a man claiming he and his father had just been shot by a home intruder. He identified himself as Alexander Jackson. Police arrived at 4414 Oakleaf Court, finding 20-year-old Alexander suffering from a gunshot wound to the foot. But a search of the house would reveal a more sinister crime.
Wow. He tried to act like he got shot himself.
61-year-old father, 68-year-old mother, and 19-year-old sister had all been found dead in separate...
How can a nigga do that, bruh? That's crazy. You really killed your family, bruh. I couldn't do that over nothing for real, especially not something like that, bruh. That's...
Rooms of the house, all gunned down, and the courts withholding how many times each victim was shot. Alexander told investigators he was asleep when the attack on his family began, awakened to the sound of gunfire, and eventually struggling with the masked intruder, attempting to disarm him before he fired a round into his foot. Police recovered a .22 caliber Browning rifle within the home, which they believe is the murder weapon. But the weapon didn't belong to the so-called intruder. Alexander said he and his father had left it by the fireplace after cleaning it the night before.
He really started making up a whole story. This man is... he deserved to die himself, I ain't gonna lie.
It was their own gun. His family was dead. He luckily survived with only a gunshot wound to the foot. And the only problem was Alexander's whole story was complete bullshit.
Fabricated.
Investigators found no signs of forced entry on the home, no signs of a burglary, as nothing appeared to be ran through or missing, and there was no sign of a struggle within the home, meaning there was no evidence.
Look at him, he got his head down.
That this obese bitch rushed to his family's aid and bravely tried to fight off the intruder like he claimed. If this was a burglary, things would be missing. If there was a struggle, there would be damage within the home, like scratches on the floorboards, the walls, any signs of damage which would show some form of violence took place, but there was none. Investigators presented the case to prosecutors who walked through the crime scene of a home before concluding Alexander Jackson should be charged with the triple execution.
Oh, triple X. He needs to get an execution, bro. But that's really crazy. His sister, mom, and dad. That's disgusting, right?
Of his own family. And after he was treated in the hospital for his wound, he was arrested shortly after around 9
Look at that boy,
p.m. and booked into the Lynn County Jail on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Speaking with investigators, Alexander denied murdering his family, but for whatever reason, would give a possible motive for the brutal triple shooting. His father had recently confronted him, telling him to find a job or move out. Prosecutors showed no sympathy the following day in court, rebuking Alexander's version of what took place.
Okay, so he He told him that his dad told him to get a job. Cause how else would they know? So yeah, he gave motives. He's stupid and sick. Like that's crazy.
That morning. They described it as none other than an execution on his two elderly parents and younger sister who had her whole life ahead of her. And the fact that he created his own cover up, describing a masked man breaking into the home
That's
and
a real
attacking
demon.
them, just further shows the courts he committed what he thought was a calculated, premeditated killing with the intent of getting away with it. The district judge would go on to set the college student's bond at $3 million in cash, and he's scheduled for a preliminary hearing the 25th. Because capital punishment has been abolished in Iowa since 1965, he legally can't face death, and at most faces life without parole for all 3 murders.
He
But that
should
doesn't
get
mean
life.
if convicted, he won't face penitentiary punishment, which can be much worse than what any judge can apply.
What's Pennant?
Now they got this fat bitch on a Zoom call with the, the yellow turtle suit, the suicide suit. Sometimes they put shooters in it just to put a shooter in it. You know what I mean? Everybody was talking about Pooh Shiesty in the green suit. Nobody talked about the baby's homeboy, the other rapper that got popped for the shooting. He was in the green suit. If you look up Miami shootings, a lot of the shooters end up in suicide suits. You know what I mean? But for this
Yeah, why did they do that?
kid, he's probably, trying to fake the funk, go the suicidal route, go the crazy route. Because for some reason, this dumb motherfucker really thought that he could just wipe his family out and blame it on an intruder. I mean, you could tell this kid didn't think it through. I don't know if he was watching murder videos on YouTube. I don't know if he's been playing too much video games. He's probably seen some of my fucking videos before. If all he does is sit in the house, he doesn't fucking work. And his father had to tell him, hey, you either get a job or get the fuck out. And I mean, it's, COVID, whatever. Things are starting to loosen up, but employment hasn't been the easiest for everyone. But for the father to say something like that, I'm sure this kid wasn't the most proactive kid. You
Facts.
know what I mean?
Probably
But the
just
fact
sitting
that
around all day eating and shit.
he would take it upon himself to arm himself with the family's own gun and then execute them in 3 separate rooms. The details were limited with this case. I can only imagine that he did it early in the morning and he caught them while they were sleeping. Whoever he
That's
shot
foul.
first most likely went out peacefully because the gunshot, even though it's a .22, it's inside of a fucking house. That shit's gonna bang, there's gonna be an echo, your ears are gonna ring, and the 2 other people would have woken up. Probably shocked,
And then he chased him.
not sure what the fuck they just heard, until he walks in and ends their life. Now, what do I think will happen to this kid? I don't know because I don't know about Iowa politics. And to be honest with you, a lot of y'all will feel enraged when you hear about people killing their own family, killing kids, etc. To surprise y'all, when I was in prison, in my own experience, most people don't give a fuck if you're in prison
I never go to jail, but I went to Schumann back then, like when I was like 17 and 18 and stuff. But yeah, I ain't been to regular jail.
for doing that. Oh, you killed your own family? Oh, yeah, you're a sick fuck. You know what I mean? And people that look like him, even though they've killed 3 people, get bullied inside of prison, get smacked, get their canteen taken. Some of them even get fucked if they end up in the wrong spot with the wrong person around them. A lot of them, they kill victims. They kill people that they can kill. They're not going to kill somebody that's an actual challenge.
True.
And, killing somebody that doesn't hold weight in prison. Nobody's going to look at you like, oh, my God. Like, you might get that type of attention in county, like, oh, yeah, he's in here for a body. That's a bad motherfucker, this and that. In prison, nobody gives a shit because, 1, prison is violent as fuck. A lot of people claim to have bodies, and then when it goes down, they're scared as shit. They're not doing it.
Yeah, they be tough with that gun, but without it, I don't get anything done to them for real. Like the streets is definitely different than prison.
Nothing.
Or
And for
jail.
2, just because you killed somebody, it really doesn't mean you're on that. You got these weak-ass school shooters, skinny, frail, scared-looking motherfuckers, and, they kill a whole bunch of people, but that doesn't mean that they actually have balls, that they have heart, they're still soft at the end of the day.
Big facts.
In my experience, no one is just gonna kill you in prison for having a charge like that, for killing your own family. No one gives a fuck. The only time I've seen, or I don't want to say seen, but the only times I've heard of people killing people inside of prison is if it's a beef that involves them directly. You know what I mean? You got some guys that seek out certain people with certain fucked up charges. Like, let's say this guy's sister was raped. You come in, he finds out you got a rape charge, he takes it personally. He goes and kills you. You know what I mean? But if it's not a personal thing, if you didn't do a drive-by that killed my cousin and now I see you, you know what I mean? It's got to be something personal. There's got to be more shit behind it. We're not, at least in Florida, it's not a political state as far as the prison goes, where if you have a specific charge, you're just going to get knocked off. If you're soft, you're going to be a fucking target. If you're rocking, you're going to be fucking rocking. There's dudes in there that's sliding up in people's booty holes, but they're about that fucking life. And people aren't just going to try them. You know what I mean? Because they will try to kill you or severely fucking hurt you, so other people will just stay out of their fucking way. And in my experience, as much as y'all most likely don't want to hear this, motherfuckers like him, they don't really go through shit. If he could actually fight, if he isn't soft and he goes to prison, and he's in fucking Iowa, it's probably Skinhead Central, he'll most likely be fine. He most likely won't go through shit. You know what I mean? You really got to go to a fucked up spot or just be a soft individual. If you're soft in prison, no matter what you did, it's not going to be fun for you. You could be in there on weed charges. You're still going to get terrorized. You know what I mean? But karma has a way of working itself out. Whether someone else victimizes him, whether he can't take it anymore, commits suicide, we don't know what's going to happen. He could become the
Something's going to happen.
compound's biggest sissy in Iowa State prisons and live life like a fucking princess with free canteen because he's got 6 boyfriends. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is he wiped out his fucking family. He threw his whole fucking life away.
Wow.
And it's another example of who not to be. You don't want to end up on my channel. I have people DMing me,
Never
yo,
that.
what's up? Like, I'll pay you to do a video on me. You don't want me to do a video on you because that means you either got killed somebody, or you're about to do a whole lot of motherfucking time. But hey, it's 1090 J. I'm rocking with y'all like y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Damn. This is one of the more wild videos I've seen. I might have to start reacting to more of these. Under that John. Can't believe there really be people like that, dude. Like, that's definitely not the first time something like that happened. But yeah, make sure y'all let me know once again what y'all thought about this. Got more videos coming for sure. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Remember, y'all, stay positive and have a great day. And never end up like that. But alright, y'all.